What's up, my bear cubs? Dan Bear here, and today we are unboxing MGA's Miniverse Series 3 of the Cafe series, which I have tons of videos unboxing this specific series and this specific category, whole bunch. I've even opened this in like a multi-pack, like part of a multi-pack. But I got this, I think, like, mid to end of July, and I bought it from my aunt for $5, so sorry you guys can't have that steal of a deal. But sorry for this being extremely late. If you don't already know, I have a very, very, very extremely busy schedule lately, and it is hard enough to find any free time at all, so having problems with weather and temperature isn't the majority of my issues anymore. And then you know that I'm trying to make all the videos I have to make as much as possible. But yeah, I'm very, very short on free time, which is very sad. But it says MGA's Miniverse, make it mini food, and then we can see someone making one of the crafts right here. This first half of the ball is very, very light turquoise and white beams. And then we have the black, white, and yellow stickers saying new, which I don't think this series is too new anymore. And then it shows that we're going to get some accessories, some some food accessories, and then the resin, and it says styles will vary. And then again, that says that this is Series 3 of the Cafe series for ages 8 and up, and then it says looks so real, and we can see the finished product right there. And then it says that this is one set, and then the other half of the ball, it says there are 24 recipes to make and collect. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't get any duplicates or triplets, because I think I already have a few duplicates from this series. And then we can see some more of the food crafts right there. It says MGA, and then the second half of the ball is turquoise, and then in very light white and yellow, it says Cafe with some of the food in the background. Let's see if we can start off with a perfect zip. Maybe? Oh yeah, always so clean, so nice. And then we have our other half, our other layer, which is that second half of the ball, but you can see everything a lot more bolder and brighter. And see if maybe we can get another perfect zip. Oh, we did! Double perfect zip. Maybe this is a sign that I'll get something brand new, but who knows? Alright, so here is our classic ball, which you've probably seen a bunch of times because I've unboxed so many of these before. But we have a transparent top and then a stripy yellow bottom, which kind of looks like a cupcake or like a mixing bowl. Then it has the Miniverse logo on the bottom. And then inside we have, two non-bagged up surprises. The instructions and checklist, but I've checked out the instructions in the first video. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bagged up surprises. So let's get a refresher of the checklist because it has been a while since I've opened up one of these. And it says MGA's Miniverse, Make It Mini Food, Series 3 of the Cafe series. There are 24 recipes to collect. So we have some desserts, some frozen items, some like bakery sweet treats, some savory foods and snacks, some coffees, some more like dinner main course kinds of things, some popsicles, smoothies, and fruit bowls. And then obviously you can see everything that they come with. And then on the other side you can see the instructions on how to make each and every recipe, including when to set them in the sun or UV light and for how long. And then this just says the same stuff over here. So we can check out this. We'll save the coaster for last because that always gives away what kind of drink you're going to get. And it says, The Mini Post, issue number 1, Sunny Funnies and Games. It says, Happy Sun Farms. And we can see a little farmer sun. And I think that's a banana. And it says, Fresh desserts, a little like poster kind of sign. And then the sun says, Can I get a banana split? To the banana, that seems very messed up. And then the banana is like a little worried, but still trying to put on a little customer service smile and says, okay, one banana split coming up. And then he does a little split. So there's like a little comic, and then we have a little tic-tac-toe right here. It says berry fun, and it's like a blueberry and a raspberry with some pencils, and you can actually like do tic-tac-toe on here. And then right here we have a little ad that says come visit Tacosaurus, which I want that craft so bad. And then at the bottom it says special edition with the little Miniverse logo, and this is all in black and white. And then on this side here, it says, let's talk about word search. Got this happy little taco, and then we have this whole word search that you can do for boba, tacosaurus, pancakes, donut, diner, and Miniverse. And then we have this little happy little circles, little mix-up puzzle that you have to match which one is 100% sunny and 100% happy. And then we have a little sun up there. And then down here it says pasta by pasta. Use your noodle. Guess the names of these pastas. Answers at the side, which they do have the answers. Then we have all those different kinds of pastas. And then down here it says, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta, with some little giggly noodles. And then we have a little maze game where we got some fruits there. The Miniverse logo says Happy Sun Farms. Then we got the little farmer son trying to get his fruits. And then we have this, all of these are paper bags, by the way, so you can recycle them. So we have this hot pink bag with some yellow and white details of this beaming, sparkly sun, and it says thank you. And inside we have a little jug, a little jar mug. I guess you could combine the words, which I always love these cups. They're always really cute. And then next up, we have a orange, yellow, well, different kinds of shades of yellow, and a white stripy beanie bag that says, have a sunny day. And inside of here, we have a bag of ice, which I have so many of these. So it is a clear bag, and then in light blue details, we have this little tab here, and then it says ice with a bunch of ice cubes on there. And then on the back, we do have the little barcode and the Miniverse logo. Next up, we have a kind of like a turquoisey light blue kind of color, and then in like this bright green and very light yellow, we have a spoon and fork with someone holding onto it, and then we have little juicy marks, and it says Happy Sun Farms. And in here, we have a few different surprises. So first, we have the classic silver tongs, which I have like a bajillion of. And then we have the little clear bowl top, which you put that right on there. So you have a little container that looks like a cake container. And then, let me take this out of the clear plastic. We have a transparent blue straw. And last but not least, we have a blue bag. And in darker blue, lighter blue, and white details, it says ice, 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 with a super cool sun with some sunglasses and earmuffs. And we have a bunch of ice cubes, glitter, and frost. And in here, we have our resin, which let me go ahead and take the sticker off first. Alright, so this is our resin, which is coffee, and I can tell that sadly this is a duplicate, which isn't too bad. So we have this brown stripy top, and then the majority of the bottle is this brown color, but we do have, this blue detail at the top, and then like this turquoisey detail at the bottom, but we have our extremely caffeinated sun that should be laying off of the coffee, which is drinking more coffee. Then we have these little coffee beans at the top, and this is the Rise and Shine Coffee Company. And then right here, it says mini stuff, serving size, one fun mini, percent daily value is 100% for sunshine, vitamin fun, and total smiles. And then we have the Miniverse logo and the barcode. And then on here, we have a little wow made with a coffee bean. And this is the cold brew coffee. Oh, and we can check out the coaster now. So it is red. We have the super caffeinated sun, and it says Rise and Shine Coffee Company. And if you didn't already know, we have the iced coffee right here. And this is the recipe that I will be following. So first, get the coaster ready. Then we put the cup on top, and then we'll fill it up with some ice cubes, which I know I need to cut that bag open. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and fill it up with a decent amount of ice. because I know people love having a whole bunch of ice in their iced coffee. Oop, okay, maybe not that much ice. Almost used the whole bag. There we go. So it's like almost half the cup. That's a pretty good amount of ice right there. And next, we're going to go ahead and put in our cold brew coffee, which is like a brownish, kind of like a bright brown transparency color. You just want to squeeze it on in there. And then it will come a point where you gotta pause, and then you'll have to use your straw to get the resin and the ice cubes mixed up together to make sure the resin gets in all the little nooks and crannies. So I'll go ahead and do that and then get this all filled up. Alright, so since I had quite a bit of ice in there, I actually didn't need to fill it up anymore. But here's how it looks. It looks super, super tasty and delicious, which hopefully you guys can like actually see the ice cubes in there because it looks really cool. And then all I have left to do is just to set this in my UV light for 5 to 10 minutes, which I won't really have to show you guys that because it'll just look exactly the same. If anything, the ice cubes might be like a little sunken down. But yeah, here it is, and I can go ahead and snatch up one of my OMGs. I'll go ahead and snatch up my little sleepover class prize. Check out the video where I unboxed her. But this is perfect because when you wake up from a sleepover, you can have some nice, yummy iced coffee. And as you can see, everything is a pretty good size for LOLs, OMGs, Monster High, Ever After High, Barbie, Bratz, all that kind of stuff. So, make sure to leave a super tasty like on this video. Subscribe to my super awesome channel to become a Bear Cub today if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you know when I make a new video. And then check out all my other videos unboxing Miniverse. I have so many different videos unboxing so many different kinds, including the Cafe series and even more specifically Cafe Series 3. And yeah, stay tuned for whenever I'll pump out more videos. I'm trying my very best. I have so many things I want to show you guys. And yeah, make sure to stay bearlicious. Bye, guys!